Chapter 12. The griffins landed at the town's entrance. Marvin waved his hand and the griffins flew away. They entered Palmkala. The town itself was small, only a few wooden buildings and a giant inn for people who needed to catch up on sleep. The port, though, was the reason the town was built. Ships leave and enter the docks daily, coming back 2 to 3 times a day for trade. So why couldn't we just fly over to Korhal on the griffins? Lloyd asked. 2 reasons. 1, if what the letter says is true, we won't be able to gather supplies. And 2, we are meeting someone here, Marvin replied. How about we gather supplies and meet you at the docks in an hour, Valrock suggested. Marvin nodded. Excellent idea. I will start the preparations. The group split off. Misty went to the alchemy shop to restock on potions, a few healing and mana potions along with a smokescreen potion. She went over to the fruit stand where she met up with Kalik. Stocking up on fruit? Asked Misty. Yeah, something to quench the hunger at battle. And I gathered material to craft more arrows, Kalik answered. Misty bought a few apples and a vine full of grapes. She also bought a few stacks of beef jerky, easy to eat while fighting if needed. Misty headed to the docks with Kalik following behind. The port was crowded with people who were selling goods and distributing trade. The port carried 7 docks in total, each spaced appropriately for ships to enter and leave. Misty spotted Marvin talking to someone. She couldn't see who, as Marvin obstructed her view, but she could see the hand gestures that Marvin made. She went over to get a better look. Gorte? Misty whispered. His eyes peered at Misty, and so did Marvin's. He motioned her to come. Misty, it's good to see you again. How is that spell book working out for you? Well, I haven't opened it yet. I've been too busy. Gorte straightened his hunch and stared at her. Misty, where did you get those markings? It's from the Scarlet Roses I found 3 of them, and this happened when I absorbed their magic. Why, do you know what these are? Oh no, Gorte whispered as he shook his head. You bear the Scarlet Rose's curse mark. It slowly poisons you. But I've been feeling fine, stated Misty. Gorte crossed his arms. Nothing has happened to you? Misty shook her head. No, not at all. I feel completely fine. Maybe because Makora is my mother? Makora, your mother? No, that's... He stopped himself. Well, maybe that is a possibility. You could have developed an antidote. If only Valesra were here, she'd know what to do. Misty's eyes widened. Valesra? We're going to rescue her. I talked to her. Her soul was fused with one of the roses while her body lies somewhere in Korhal. Gorte shot a glance at Marvin. So that's why you wanted me here. Marvin nodded. Yes, we need your help to save Valesra and stop Makora. You don't have to tell me twice, Gorte replied, hanging his head. I just wish you would have told me first. Misty heard footsteps behind her. She turned to see everyone early to the docks. It looks like we are ready to depart, Valrock said. Gorte and Marvin nodded. They led the crew over to the farthest ship. Gorte took the helm, while Kalik climbed into the crow's nest. The others settled around the ship. Misty sat near the edge to hear the waters and concentrated on her thoughts. Gorte raised the anchor, and off they set sailed. Misty took out the spell book, since now was the perfect time to read. She glanced through its pages, studying the movements. All kinds of fire spells filled its pages. She wished she had the book she found in Calicor. Hours went by, and still they hadn't reached Korhal. Are you sure we're going the right way? Marvin asked. Yes, I know we are, replied Gorte. A sudden burst of energy filled them all. It weighed down on them heavily. What is this feeling? Marvin asked. We are now near the Isles of Korhal. King Dranthel wanted to protect his people from outsiders. This barrier was to keep people at bay, and those who are not used to it usually fall asleep at the helm and crash into its rocks. But don't worry. This magic has no effect on me. Sleep well, and I'll wake you when we reach the docks. Misty could hear the smile in his voice. Gorte was right. One by one, they collapsed on the wooden deck and drifted to sleep. And that is the end of the chapter. So, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say. Well, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. We are definitely nearing the end of the story. So thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. And remember to be the best you can be. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!